This video will highlight some important system prerequisites required by the Foglight cartridge for SQL Server software. My name is Daryl Williams, and I'm a technical product specialist. The objective of this demo is to cover configuring required system settings for the Foglight environment. These requirements suggest excluding the Foglight Management Server, Foglight Agent Manager, and Performance Investigator repository directories from Antivirus Scanning. Also, for virtual machines, allocating the recommended CPU and memory resource reservations in accordance to the Foglight for SQL Server cartridge deployment guide. The omission of these recommendations can have serious performance implications within the functionality of the Foglight software and associated database repositories. Antivirus scanning. The Foglight software recommendation is to exclude specific associated Foglight home directories from antivirus scanning. Before excluding required directories, ensure there is no active system scanning in progress. Proceed with accessing the system's antivirus software exclusion setting. And browse the listings for exception selection. Locate the directories for Foglight, Foglight Agent Manager, or InfoBright, which is the Performance Investigator repository. These directories could be central on one system, as depicted on this lab server, or distributed across multiple platforms depending on the structure of the Foglight environment. Wherever these directories exist, and if antivirus is active on a system, exclude these directories and apply changes. Re-enter the exclusion list for a sanity check to certify the changes. Some systems require a restart after the modifications. Reserving resources for VMs. The Foglight software requires reserving system CPU and memory reservations. These settings should be reserved at a minimum of the system recommendations specified in the aforementioned deployment guide for all VMs running the Foglight software. Usually, adjusting these settings would require a system admin because of the necessary access needed to make such type of change. Configure CPU in compliance to the Foglight system size requirement based on the number of monitor agents. Enter in the minimum CPU in form of processor speed multiplied by the number of cores converted from gigahertz to megahertz. Reservations are expressed in megahertz. For this simulation, I will reserve dual processors at 2.4 gigahertz. Memory configuration for reserving will follow the same identifying format what's listed in the Foglight deployment guide to determine the setting. Configure consequently and specific to the Foglight system requirements. A restart of the VM might be necessary to adopt those changes.